everyone, and welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah, I'm so glad you are here. I want to start by saying thank you so much for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your follows, your subscribing to my YouTube channel. For all of these things, I thank you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for the questions that you ask. And because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience. And for this, we are indeed very, very grateful. All right. Thank you. And you know how we run it. I like every one of you to begin to share. Share this link to somebody. Let them know that Checkpoint is on right now. I can't wait to share with you what I have for you today. You know, at Checkpoint, we equip you, educate, and empower you with content that makes you a better version of yourself. So I am really glad to be here. It's your host again, Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and tonight we'll be doing something wonderful together. So please go ahead and share this link to everybody around you, and please don't go anywhere because I'll be right back after this break to give you the topic for today. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to Checkpoint, and today on Checkpoint, I'll be sharing with you the 7 A's for emotional fulfillment, the 7 A's of emotional fulfillment. You know, many people have wondered what really is emotional fulfillment, and I decided to share this topic with you as I began to think about a few things that have happened over the weeks. I have heard about 2 to 3 people who have really killed themselves and committed suicide. The one that hurts the most is the one I knew better than the others, you know, because I knew who he was. You know, he's a minister of the gospel, and then we just heard that he just died. He committed suicide, and it set me thinking, what has been happening? What was that was too much that he couldn't bear? And as I begin to reminisce on the life of that man of God, I also think about you, my audience. You know, I don't know what it is that you are probably going through. I don't know what it is that has been bothering you for some time. I don't know what it is that has troubled you. You know, I don't know what it is that has made you cry a lot in recent times, but I need you to just take a moment and calm down. You know, everything will be all right. And one thing I like to tell you is this: no matter how bad the situation you are going through is, there is somebody somewhere who is going through something worse than you are having it. There is somebody somewhere who is going through something harder, stronger than you are, and they are still surviving. They are still alive. And no matter how hard and difficult that problem is, it will pass. Every problem eventually passes. So don't make the mistake of passing with your problem. I know it's heartbreaking. I know it's even shameful, but then people will talk, right? But after a while, they will go on to other issues of concern, okay? So please, whatever it is, just have a way of standing strong, okay? Encourage yourself. Strengthen yourself. Tell yourself that this is not the end of you, right? It cannot be the end of you. No matter how hard what you're going through is right now, I like you to just take a moment, pause, breathe, and tell yourself it's going to be all right. Tell yourself everything will be all right. You know, emotional fulfillment will mean different things to different people. You know, for some other people, it will mean a different list. For other people, it will mean a different list. But I was able to sit down and I was able to gather my points together. And I believe that what I'm about to share with you will work for virtually everybody. And, you know, because I had to make a slim list of grouping them based on the A's, we're going to be having a very good view of what emotional fulfillment is all about and how you can make sure that you yourself, you have emotional fulfillment. To live on earth without being emotionally fulfilled is a terrible way to live. To live on earth and then all that you worry about, all that makes you uncomfortable is because you don't have emotional fulfillment. It is something to worry about. It's something you just need to rearrange something in your life. You just need to readjust something in your life so that you can have emotional fulfillment. There are people, they have all the world, like they have all the money, they have all the fame, people know them, they're very notable, but then there is this missing link in their lives. There is this thing that's making them not to be emotionally fulfilled. That's why I'm going to encourage you to keep your ears down and hear all I have to share on the 7 A's of emotional fulfillment. Are you ready? All right, so let's talk about number one. Number 1A of emotional fulfillment is what I call affection. Can you say it together with me? Affection. Everyone craves for affection, whether it be a male, whether it be a female. There is this need in us, the need to love and the need to be loved, the need to love and the need to be loved. There is this connection, there is this thing inside of us that craves for connection with other people, connection with people that matter in our lives. When we talk about affection, we usually expect things like friendship, love, intimacy. We want to be deeply connected with someone or some other people, and that is what we call affection. Everybody has that need, and you may be out there, you may even have the ability to love, but then there is nobody loving you. I like you to just look at your environment, reassess your environment, reassess your cycle, reassess people who are in your life, and please don't go where you are tolerated, go where you are celebrated. This is very key and imperative if that need in your life must be fulfilled. The need for affection. We want to love and we want to be loved, right? So we want to be in love, and it's beautiful that you don't necessarily need someone to be romantically involved with you for you to really feel loved. All right, so under this need for affection, we can have a father feel that need, we can have a mother feel that need, we can have a friend feel that need, we can have a family member feel that need. It doesn't matter who it is, but we all have the need to love and to be loved. So there are sometimes you might have friendships that are even stronger than family, or you might have a family bond that is stronger than friendship. And I don't know how your family dynamics is. For some families, it is a place of love and affection and togetherness. For some other families, the family seems to be at war, and then you find succor in friendship. So wherever it is, make sure that there is a place. Make sure there are people who you love, and then there are people who love you right back. So as I begin to talk about this, sit down and ask yourself, make a list. Who do you think loves you, and who do you think you love? All right, this is very important. This is as people you keep and hold dear to your heart. Is that okay? All right, so let's talk about number 2A. Remember talking about the 7 A's of emotional fulfillment. Let's talk about number 2A. Number 2A is attention. Attention. Now, when I say attention, I don't mean that kind of attention that the paramilitaries and military people do. Attention at ease. No. That's not what I mean. When I talk about attention simply means the need to feel valued by others. You want people to give you attention. You want people to center their attention at you. In fact, it is a serious need. That is why even in our world today, you see people go crazy on social media. They go very crazy and act very stupid things, so they can get people talking, so they can get the conversations about them going on. People get themselves involved in a lot of scandalous activities, and then information news is everywhere about them. They just want to keep the spotlight on themselves. They want to keep the attention on themselves. And then I've heard things like every publicity is good publicity, right? Even negative publicity is good publicity. I don't believe that. And as a child of God, you shouldn't believe that either. Don't believe that negative publicity is good publicity. There is nothing that is negative that can ever be good. All right? So tell yourself that even if you command the attention of your generation, you have to command it on a clean slate. You have to command it with a clean record. You have to command the attention of your friends, of the people around you, with a clean record. You know, in recent times, we've had things about people going for the Guinness World Record. Make sure that the one record that will be registered for you will be something that is worthy, something that is good to hear. Don't say, oh, negative publicity, all of them is good publicity. It's really not true. You need a good name. Even the Bible says that a good name is worth more than rubies. It's far more worthy. So it's important that you have a good name. So I know that we need attention. I know that we need to command the attention of our generation, the attention of people around us. We need to be valued. We need to be respected. But please make sure that you're doing it on a good platform. You know, all of us have a need for self-esteem, and sometimes some of this self-esteem stem from the fact that people around you feel like you have something to contribute. You are valued. So this is very, very important. While you are desiring for people to give you attention, one thing is more notable, and that is you being able to give your own self attention. No matter what you do, no matter the number of people giving you attention, one good thing you must do for yourself is to give yourself attention. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you watching me right now. Give yourself attention, because do you know the truth? Nobody is going to give you attention like you will give yourself. Nobody's going to do that for you. You know, and popular advert said, if I don't do it, who will? If you don't take care of yourself, who will? If you don't give yourself attention, who will? Everybody is just concerned about their own businesses, about their own problems, about their own issues and careers and stuff to do. But you have to take care of yourself. Give yourself attention. And if you learn to give yourself attention, that would be very, very good for you. So this is very, very key. And that's the number 2, A, for emotional fulfillment. Let's talk about number 3. Number 3A of emotional fulfillment is what we call autonomy. Autonomy. Autonomy simply explains the condition of self-government. The condition of self-government, your ability to govern yourself, your ability to say, no, I am staying here. Your ability to say, yes, I am going out. Your freedom, all right? So when we talk about autonomy, we're talking about your freedom to function on your own. Your freedom to function on your own. You want to be able to do what you want to do without feeling caged. You know what every prisoner has lost? Every prisoner has lost their right to autonomy, all right, their freedom to decide when they want to sleep, when they want to be awake, when they want to go visiting friends, and when they want to do something profitable. They have lost that liberty. But now the prison yard makes those decisions for them, all right. The prison yard decides when it is time for them to eat, when it is time for them to take a walk, when it's time for them to do some work. So it's no longer in their power. So autonomy is something that every human being needs, all right. We want to have that freedom to function on our own accord, the freedom to do what we want to do, the freedom to have self-government, so that we're able to take charge of ourselves, we're able to decide for ourselves what we want to be. You know, autonomy also is a feeling, all right? The need for us to have the power to direct our own lives, the power to direct our own affairs, and the power to be in control. So we want to be in charge, and everybody has that need. Every human being, even a baby that was just giving birth to, you discover that the baby wants to have their way. The baby wants to do something, wants to stay long at something, wants to go to a particular place, even if the place is not healthy for them. And then when you take away something from a child that the child was not supposed to be in possession of in the first place, you will see them, they'll begin to cry, they'll begin to throw tantrums everywhere, because they want to have their way, but they're not old enough yet to have their way. So autonomy is a basic need in human being. I want to ask you, what have you been able to decide for yourself in recent times? Do you know that even though some people are full-blown adults, many of them are in serious bondage? I'm telling you seriously, they can't do things on their own, because they either have a very controlling partner, a very controlling spouse, a very controlling person they're living with, and this is very difficult, especially for some people. So please, who is making the decisions for your life? Who is deciding what happens in your life? Who is deciding what you do and what you do not do? It's so imperative that you are able to have that feeling of autonomy, that ability to tell yourself, this is what I want for myself. This is when I will do this thing for myself. This is when I will take charge and make a move. And these are very, very key for you. So tell me, do you have full autonomy? Let me know in the comment section. I like to hear from you. And then please feel free to tell me which of the points I raised is really hits close to home. All right, which of them do you value above the other? So let me know in the comment section. Just feel free. And if you feel that there's an A I'm not adding, please go ahead and add it, and let's make it very complete. All right. Now, at checkpoint, I'm learning from you. You are also learning from me. So let's talk about number 4. Number 4A of emotional fulfillment is what I call achievement. Achievement. There are many of us who all we dream about are the things that we really want to achieve. You know, achievement is just the need for you to succeed at something, to succeed at a goal, at a task, and to be able to accomplish something. So when we talk about achievement, we're talking about you being able to achieve or succeed at something. All right, it is a need that helps us to be able to meet up with our goals, a need that helps us to meet up with our dreams, a need that helps us to meet up with some levels of accomplishment in life. So every one of us wants to accomplish. The issue is this: most of us don't even make the necessary attempt in order to accomplish what we need to accomplish. Those of us who are making a lot of effort to be able to accomplish something, to be able to achieve some things, we pay a lot of price. There is a price to pay for your achievement. There is a price to pay for your accomplishment. Only few are willing to pay the price, but they want to have all the blessings involved in the accomplishment or achievement, and that is an upside down arrangement. You want to achieve, you have to pay the price. You want to accomplish great things, you have to pay the price. There is something that you certainly have to do in order to achieve or in order to accomplish great things. Let me ask you, what do you intend to achieve by the end of this year? Yes, I'm asking you. I know this year started and you made a lot of New Year resolutions, and now I'm asking you, how far have you gone with them? What's wrong with the achievement drive? Is it excuses? Is it procrastination? Is it something beyond your power of control? What's the challenge? Why are you not achieving the things you have desired to achieve? I'm asking you this question, and you do well to ask yourself the same questions, because you need it, right? You need it. You need to achieve something. You need to know what it is that you are doing with your life at this season. You need to be able to succeed at something. And in case you have not really bothered about starting something and trying to succeed at something, now is time. It is good time for you to start, and so you'll be able to achieve what you need to achieve. Achievement makes us happy, makes us fulfilled, makes us very satisfied. You cannot live a life of fulfillment without a life of achievement. There is this satisfaction that comes from achievement. All right, my mother would always say that dignity gives you a lot of satisfaction, right? There is dignity in labor. Yeah, that's how I should always put it. And there is dignity in labor. So I like to encourage you today, whatever you need to labor in order to achieve results, in order to accomplish some things, then go ahead and labor, because there is dignity in labor. Labor so that you can be able to achieve the things that really matter to your heart. All right, let's move on from there and let's talk about number 5. Now, number 5A of emotional fulfillment is what we call acceptance. Acceptance. Remember, I said at the beginning that when I talk about emotional fulfillment, this is you being deeply satisfied. You being deeply satisfied with emotionally. All right. So, meanwhile, there are people that have physical fulfillment. All right. They look good. They look handsome. They look beautiful. They look. They have the fats in all the right places, you know, and you look at them and you're like, wow, your life is really good, man. Your life is really good. But listen to me, beyond them looking physically good, it's important that they're emotionally healthy. If not, that is the reason for all these suicides everywhere. That is the reason for all these people getting themselves killed up everywhere. It's important, very, very imperative that we seek ways to build up our emotional fulfillment. I shared with you from the very beginning that number one A for emotional fulfillment was affection, and I eventually told you about number 2, that is attention. I told you about number 3, that is autonomy. I told you about number 4, that is achievement. Now I'm talking about number 5, that is acceptance. Acceptance simply means I receive you as you are. Acceptance means I receive you as you are. I'm not expecting you to be someone else. I'm not expecting you to be something else. I'm not putting you in a box. I am not trying to make you what you are not. It's just that I accept you as you are. I receive you as you are. All right. And acceptance also involves respecting each other's peculiarity and uniqueness. You know, you have to understand that people are different. While we may like similar things, while we may have come from the same womb, we will likely not be the same. So in acceptance, people have this need, everyone including myself, we have this need to be accepted the way we are. Don't look at the person who is a sanguine and tell the person you talk too much or you get excited too much. She is who she is. He is who he is. This is how they are made. So let's come to the point where we are able to, you know, accept each other. We're able to receive each other as they are, and most importantly, respect our differences. Okay, respect our uniqueness, and this is very, very important. You know, in acceptance, there is this feeling, there is this need, emotional need for belongingness. We want to feel like we belong somewhere. We want to feel like we belong to a family. We want to feel like we are accepted as part of society, as part of community, as part of a relationship. We want to feel accepted. And no matter what you do, no matter how macho you are, this need will never disappear or fizzle out. It is a consistent need in every human being to be accepted. You know, even with your flaws, even with your differences, every one of us wants to be accepted. Let me ask you, who have you been able to accept that did not really look like you, that did not really do the kind of things that you do, that did not really accept the kind of values that you accept? Who in recent times have you accepted like that? And if there are people around your life that is not accepting other people, then something is wrong somewhere. We should be able to accept people, know that we are all different, know that just like the fingers of the hand, they are never equal, will not all be equal. People will be different and they'll have different challenges, and this is why it is so important that we accept one another. And like I said over the issue of attention, while you are looking for others to accept you, you accept yourself. There are people who have refused to accept who they are. They go into relationships, they go into marriages, and they begin to go for the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift. They are lifting their butt, they're lifting their breast, they're lifting one other part of their body because they have refused to accept themselves the way they are. And then their partners or husbands are also not accepting them the way they are. Please, I like to tell you, number one, you accept yourself the way you are before you can expect other people to accept you. Don't allow anybody to give you a standard of what it means to be you. All right, only you can define that. Only you can define who you are meant to be. Only you can define the characteristics that you're supposed to buttress. All right, if you are in a relationship and you have a partner who is telling you, I need you to enlarge your bust, I need you to enlarge your breast, I need to enlarge, see, tell the person to look for somebody who already has an enlarged one, because you cannot subject yourself to all of that because you want to satisfy somebody. Let me tell you this truth. If you have a husband who wants you to enlarge maybe your breast, it won't be long. He will ask you to enlarge your butt. And it won't be long after enlarging your butt, he will want you to enlarge your nose a little, or maybe enlarge your eyes a little. Before you know it, you are walking like a fabricated doll. All right, because you have just been enlarging different parts of your body irregularly. So if In fact, one of the signs that for you to know if you're not yet married, one of the signs for you to know that this person is not good for you is that they fail to accept you the way that you are. They are looking for something that you have to adjust, all right, widen your eyes a little bit, tighten your teeth a little bit, do that and stuff like that. It means that they just want to fit you into a box that you are not. So please tell yourself, no, this is not for me. Well, thank you. I like my breast the way it is. I like my butt the way it is. I like my eyes the way they are. I don't need to enlarge anything or expand anything. And this is very, very key to your survival, because anybody who wants to enlarge something now, it won't be long. They will also go for another one, because, oh, listen to me, you are not the only one enlarging. There will be other people who will also enlarge and enlarge better than you. So at the end of the day, what are you striving for? That is why you have to accept yourself. Let's talk about number 6. Number 6 is approval. Is it not funny that most of us mix up acceptance and approval? Most times we try to make it look like it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. To accept somebody means to receive the person the way the person is, but to approve somebody, you have to be in a particular position in order to approve somebody, because to approve somebody is like to endorse somebody. So when we say somebody wants to, need to give somebody approval, it means that you are in a position of authority to give the person the approval. So acceptance and approval may sound alike, but they are not the same thing. They don't mean the same thing. And for us to be emotionally fulfilled, we should be able to have people in our lives who give us that needed approval. Now, when we talk about approval, we're saying that this is something that somebody in a position of authority, this is something that somebody who is in a certain position can give to somebody else. You know, it takes for somebody to be in a position of authority to be able to give you approval, to be able to endorse you, to be able to tell others, oh, this is it. This is, you know, when John the Baptist saw Jesus, said, this is the light of the world, the one who has come. I cannot even buckle up his shoes. And now you see, John the Baptist was already a person of authority where the people are, but then, you know, he was the one who was saying, even this man, I cannot unbuckle his sandals. And then not only that, the Bible says that the heaven opened and God from heaven said with a very loud voice that was thundering and that looked like thunders, and he said, this is my beloved son, hear ye him. You know, this Jesus needed that endorsement in order to be able to start his ministry here on earth. The truth of the matter is that in this life we need endorsements. No matter what it is you are doing, there is somebody somewhere that needs to say something to endorse you, say something to support you, say something to approve you, you know, and that will help your message to reach wider. That will help your business to flourish better, because somebody in a place of authority has endorsed you. That is why most businesses, when they want to expand their reach, they look for celebrities, they look for influencers, and they make these influencers to endorse their products. They make these influencers to talk about their products so that their followers can also be converted to the clients or customers of these businesses. So when we're talking about approval, this is a need that we attach to some type of authority over us. This is a need we attach to some type of authority over us. Let me say, take for example, most young men are trying very hard to impress their fathers. All right, most young women are trying very hard to impress their mothers. This is where we begin to seek for approval. All right, most employees are doing everything that they can to be able to impress their bosses at work, which means that every one of us needs some level of approval. And then blessed are you when you have people who are genuinely talking about you in rooms that matter, in boardrooms that matter. You know, even in business and career, you need sponsors. You know, sponsors are different from mentors. A mentor, you might be looking up to a mentor, but a mentor does not have to reach you. A mentor does not have to speak for you. A mentor does not have to stand for you. And you choose your mentors. But when it comes to sponsors, your sponsors choose you. All right, you don't choose your sponsors. Your sponsors see potential in you. They see a younger version of themselves in you. They see something workable. Right? They see a shining light in you, in your career, in your pathway, and they begin to canvas for you. They begin to speak for you. They begin to go all out to tell others, you need to hear this person. You need to believe this person. You need to patronize this person. These are sponsors. Blessed are you when you have people who speak about you in the room that matters. I like you to say after me, after today, people will speak about me in rooms that matter. I like you to say it again. I shall be spoken about in rooms that matter. Rooms that will give me comparative advantage. Rooms that will make me globally relevant. Rooms that will make me very useful to my world. All right. I shall be spoken about in boardrooms that matter. In rooms that matter, where decisions will be taken. You know, who sponsors you matters a lot. And in this life, we all have need of approval from a higher boss, approval from somebody we respect, approval from somebody we regard. We all have. And then let me talk to those who are in that level of authority. If you are in a place of authority and you do not easily give your approval to others, what's the color of your problem? What's the color of your problem? Mention the name of that young lady in that room that matters. Mention the young of that young man in the room that matters. Call upon them, all right? Tell people this person can be trusted. We can do business with this person. And then give their business an opportunity to live. Give them an opportunity to survive in business. It's not enough when somebody dies, you begin to post the person's picture and videos everywhere. You begin to talk about the person every day. You begin to say lovely, you begin to make lovely letters and stuff like that to the person. But when the person was alive and hustling, you said nothing about the person. You know, today I saw people who have never posted about that pastor, whether he was doing his birthday, whether he was alive. Nobody ever posted anything about him until today. And that's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy of the highest level. So if you're in a position of authority, you're in a position where you're doing well, please go ahead and look for somebody who is still upcoming. Encourage them by approving them. Encourage them by endorsing them. Encourage them by sponsoring them. When I talk about sponsoring, I'm not talking about you giving the person money. I'm talking about you going to places that matter, giving them connections that will help give them a boost in their business, that will help push them forward, that will help advance them in their careers. And this is so important. Please go ahead and do it, and remember that it is a basic emotional need in the life of everybody. And now, as I begin to conclude, I'd like to talk about the number seven, and the very last A I'd like to share with you on 7 A's of emotional fulfillment, and that is appreciation. Appreciation. Please, let's learn to appreciate people when they're still alive. Let's learn to appreciate people when they're still alive. Let's learn to tell them nice things. Okay? Tell them how good they were to you. Tell them how that one word from them changed your life forever. Tell them now. Tell them now. Well, now that you can still see them, open your mouth and tell them. Don't tell them when they are dead. They are not hearing you. Don't tell them when they are gone. They are not hearing you. Maybe that word of appreciation you told them may have prevented them from dying. Do you know how many of them that died heartbroken because nobody appreciated what they were doing? Some of them felt like they were of no value to the world. Please appreciate people. Learn to appreciate people. Just a word of kindness is not too much to give. Just a word, a thank you is not too much to give. Somebody does something for you, open your mouth and appreciate. It's a basic need. Do you know that even people who have so much money, when they do something for you, they also want you to appreciate them? I've discovered that even those who you think are very wealthy, if they begin to celebrate their birthdays, they also expect something from you. And that's funny, because you would think, oh, they have everything. What else am I going to give to this person who seems to have everything? But then this person has everything, but that thing that will go from you to that person will make a whole lot of difference in their lives. Learn to appreciate people. Spouses, learn to appreciate your spouse. Appreciate your husband. Appreciate your wife. Don't allow familiarity to get into your marriage, all right? Don't allow familiarity to destroy what both of you have built together. Learn to say thank you. Thank for everything. Thank for little things. Thank for big things. And this is how to live. Don't always just, he did his work. She did her job. It's her job. It's her role. It's her role in this relationship. No. No matter what is done for you, open your mouth and say thank you. Some of you need to put a call across to your father and say, thank you, Daddy. Thank you for all that you did for me to become a responsible fellow today. Some of you need to put a call across to your mother and say, Mommy, thank you. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made to see that I am well grown today. Some of you need to put a call across to your siblings. Thank you, big sister. The way you opened the doors for me, the way you're going ahead of me made my life easier. Thank you. Some of you need to thank your big brothers. Even though you are not our father, but you took a fatherly role in our lives and you made our lives better. You made things easier for us. Thank you for providing for us when Papa died. These are little things that you can do to make life better. Appreciation is simply valuing the contributions of others, the act of valuing the contributions of another person. Let them know that what they have done means a lot in your life, that what they have done means a lot in your destiny, in your career, in your business, in your pathway, in your emotional well-being. Appreciate. There is somebody you have not said thank you to in a very long time. You have taken what the person does for you for granted. There is a personal assistant. There is an employee in your workplace. Yes, you are paying them salary. Yes, they are working for you, but just open your mouth and tell them thank you. You have a driver that drives you. It is true you pay your driver, but when your driver makes the final stop at home, you are done for the day. Come down from the jeep and say thank you for driving me today. Yeah, at least thank you for not jamming another vehicle. So you need to thank that driver for at least bringing you back to your house safely. You might think it's nothing, but then just say thank you. Say thank you. For some of you, you need to begin to thank your husbands. Thank your husband for being a responsible father. Thank you for all that he has done. He goes out, he provides for the family, and because of that, the children are turning out well. Because of that, your family is living well. Open your mouth and say thank you. Open your mouth and say thank you. Some of you, you have to say thank you to your wife. You have to say thank you to your wife, You have to say thank you to your wife. Familiarity has taken over. You look at your wife, you think, oh, it's your duty, it's your role, it's your job in the house. Everybody's asking, oh, no, you do your role, me do my role, all those kind of things. Just open your mouth and say thank you. Don't eat the meal and just keep quiet. Say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful meal. Thank you for putting thoughtfulness into making sure that this meal came out wonderful. Thank you for my lovely children. Thank you for birthing these children for me. Thank you because of all that you have done, I am now called a father. We need to learn to appreciate. The things we take for granted every day are things that we should really, really, really appreciate. Let's go ahead and appreciate our spouses. Let's not take our spouses for granted. Let's not take them assume that, oh, this is your job, just keep doing it. We need to learn the art of appreciation. For some of you, you need to thank your father. If your father is still alive, go ahead and thank him. Thank him for all he has done for you. Thank you for being a strong pillar in the house. Thank you for providing. Thank you for providing. Thank you for standing strong to give you an identity. Thank him. Some of you, go ahead and thank your mother. Call her. Reach out to her. Give her a tiny little gift. And say, Mommy, from my heart, I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do for me. Thank you for your sacrifices. Because of all that you and Papa have done, your sacrifices have made me a stronger person. It has brought me to where I am today. It has made me stable. Thank you for being there. Thank you for not giving up on me, even on my days of being heady and stubborn and stuff like that. Go ahead and thank your father. Go ahead and thank your mother. For some of you, go ahead and thank your big brother. Thank him for all the times he defended you. Thank you for all the times he took a blow on your behalf. These are some things that we have looked down on. Thank you for that time that he provided for you. Some of you, you have to thank your big brother and say, thank you, big brother, because even when Papa died, you stood in like a rock for us. You helped us. You did not give up on us. You stood and you made sure that we graduated from school. You provided despite you had your own needs. We need to open up and begin to appreciate more. We need to do more. Because, see, we are talking about appreciation here. It's a basic human need. Even those who already have everything, they still want to be appreciated. Those who are very rich still want to be appreciated. Those who are very wealthy still want to be appreciated. Every human being wants to be appreciated. So go ahead and appreciate. Appreciate your big brother. Appreciate your big sister. Appreciate that friend who has stood with you through thick and thin for years. Appreciate them. Because other people have had friends who betrayed them. Other people have had friends who looked down on them. Other people have had friends who messed their lives up. So appreciate your friend for standing strong for you. There are people who are not really your family members, but they have stood strong. Friendship, appreciate them. Let's learn to appreciate people. That thing we want others to do for us, let's also learn to do it. You want to be appreciated, I know, but then learn to appreciate others. It is the number 7th A of emotional fulfillment. Learn to appreciate people. Appreciation is key. I really am happy that I was able to share with you this point on the 7 A's of emotional fulfillment. And I know that it will help you to build up yourself emotionally up. I know it will help you to strengthen your emotions. Because, let me tell you this truth. No matter what, don't kill yourself. I'm telling you the truth from my heart. No matter what, don't kill yourself. No matter what, stand strong. No matter what, don't die. I know things are very hard for you. I know life is hard. I know things are very difficult. I know nobody's coming through for you. I know you feel alone and lonely, but please don't die. The things that are ahead of you are still beautiful. Your life is still beautiful. Beautiful things are about to reach you. Things will still turn out well for you. I see beautiful days ahead of you. I see testimonies ahead of you. Don't die before your breakthrough. Don't die before your testimony. The things you have gone through, you've gone through all the difficult parts. You are the last phase. Don't die now. Don't give up on yourself now. Don't even give up on God now. Keep hoping. Keep trusting. Why I'm sharing with you this 7 A's of emotional fulfillment is so that you can work on emotions, you can control your emotions, you can hold yourself strong no matter how difficult life gets. So you can hold yourself strong no matter how painful it is. I know it will be shameful, but listen to me. People will talk about it, but after a while they will move on. People will talk about it, but after a while they will look for another area of interest and they'll just move on. So please don't kill yourself. Please don't die before your testimony. I'm begging you. Don't die before your breakthrough. Don't die before your story turns out well. This problem will not kill you. This challenge will not destroy you. This tragedy you're going through, you will come out of it on tops. So keep hoping, keep strong. There are other people who are going through the same thing you are going through. There are other people who are going through even worse things that you are going through. I know you feel alone, but you are not alone. You are not the only one. God is with you, and everything will turn out well. I know you're asking, if God is with me, why are things still bad? But listen to me, He is there. And a teacher is always silent during the test. So when God is allowing you to pass through this test, He will be silent for a while, but He will come true for you. So don't die now. I know it's difficult. I know it's painful, but stay alive. Your story is about to turn out so beautiful. Your story is about to turn out so wonderful. Glorious things will be spoken about you. This life is going to be better for you. Things will eventually make sense. You are the final lap of this difficulty. So hold on and cheer up. It will be difficult forever. I assure you, it will be difficult forever. So these are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. And I know you have been thoroughly blessed. Please, no matter what, keep yourself alive. Keep yourself alive. Watch on your emotions and make sure that you turn out glorious at the end of it all. Thank you so much for joining us today on Checkpoint. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I'll go through them as soon as I'm done with this video. Thank you so much for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. Please, if you joined late, I'd like you to go back and start watching the video from the very beginning. And if you joined and watched all through, I'd like you to go ahead and share this link to somebody. Somebody needs to hear this message, right? Somebody needs this message to leave. So I want to encourage you, go ahead and do it. And I know that you'll be blessed thoroughly on every side. So until I come your way again, keep leaving a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so much. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. everyone. I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you will be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.